Welcome, it's Denome. And this market update is going to be interesting because we did break to the downside from this structure. So I thought we will have a nice bounce first in the short term, but unfortunately that did not happen. So we just fell below the support line here, and that has actually invalidated my bullish divergence here as well, because this is a bullish divergence only if we had a higher low and a lower low on the RSI. And because now we have a lower low on the price and a lower low on the RSI, that's basically signaling that the downward momentum will continue. So for these reasons, we are basically entering the like even more people now agree that this is now the bear zone. I have been talking about this being the bear zone for quite a while. So I said that this is the bear zone after we broke this trend line to the downside at $64,000 Bitcoin already. But all in all, what I do expect next is basically we might even go to the next support level, which is $53,000. So we might still have a little bit momentum left in the tank that we go and hit it, and then I'm basically expecting a retest of this $56,500 level, and from here we might even do something like this and then go to 49k. And from here I don't currently know where we are headed, but what I do expect is for the next 2 months to basically be in this bear zone. And once the RSI trend line here that I've drawn basically ends, and this will end right about until September or something like this, then this will break to the upside and we can finally flip bullish once again. So that's my, let's say, idea for the next 2-3 months. So until election, the markets might be falling or Bitcoin might be consolidating sideways. And that's basically my long-term or short, medium-term view. But in the short term, I do expect a bounce from the next support line. And one of the reasons why is when we go to the 4-hour view here, you can see that the RSI has just gone down and down and down and down. It has not had any breathers. So eventually this short-term downtrend will have to flip to the upside as well. So in the short term, it could happen today or tomorrow. This trend line will break to the upside. And when these trend lines break to the upside, you can see a nice bounce on the Bitcoin price. And when that happens, that's when I basically expect that we go and visit the currently the resistance line back up here. So that's my idea in the short term. And after we touch it, then what we might go to the downside. That's my current expectation. But I may change my opinion when we actually get there, because it all depends on what other people are doing, what are the news, what are the catalysts, and so on and so forth. So that's just my idea for the charts in the short term. When we take a look at the global liquidity, which is basically just looking at the M2 money supply of all of the major currencies in the world, you can see that we are seeing a little bit of money printing come back online, which is pretty nice. But this is not a lot of money printing. It's basically just a little bit so that the banks can survive and the markets can basically function. So let's see how this continues. But the markets and the banks basically need a lot of new liquidity injections for the markets to be able to push for higher highs. So we are expecting this this line here to be broken at some point, and then we can see the Hail Mary pumps once again. But until then, again, this will take us to roughly September at least. Another reason why the next 2 months might be a little bit bearish. And also there's a lot of uncertainty with US elections. Obviously, looks like the Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is gonna go against Trump in the elections. Who knows, but that's how it looks like right now. And I don't know, I saw some people saying that if Gavin is gonna run against Trump, for some reason that might be bearish for the markets. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I just saw some people say it. one of the interesting things right now when we actually take a look at the wallet sizes, which I have been looking at quite closely in the recent days, we saw that there was a pump back, or we saw the big whales, basically wallets that have 10,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin inside them. They went from 100 wallets back to 102 wallets here, but they actually sold once again. So they flipped bearish here. We are seeing an accumulation in the next bracket, which is 1,000 to 10,000 wallet Bitcoin wallets. So those increased from how many wallets? 1,963 wallets, 1,955 wallets to now 1,960 wallets. So 63 wallets. So 8 wallets more have entered into this bracket here. So we're seeing a little bit of a buyback, and the next bracket also has been buying back once again. And when we take a look at the major wallet sizes here, you can see that this is kind of the support line here, 100 wallets. It hasn't gone below it as well, so it's hard to imagine a lot more sell pressure from these guys in the short term. And when we take a like a longer view as well, it has been lower in the past, but not in this area here. So it looks like maybe they will be selling, I don't know. It's very or impossible to tell either. But at least those who have sold here looks like they have already gone out. So it looks to me like this is giving us support here. And when we actually take a look at the dormant circulation, which is the this is the wrong time frame now. We are not seeing more old wallets selling. So from my yesterday's video, I told you that these these old wallets were selling quite high here, then less, and now even less. And now today we haven't seen any sell pressure from old wallets. So this is pretty nice, kind of also signaling a local bottom as well. So currently I'm just not seeing this downward sell pressure to continue much further. There might still be some people who want to sell their Bitcoin, and that's basically my reason why I do believe that the 53,000 is gonna be the local bottom. You might even buy the 55k that we're currently at. Personally, I do not have a buy order here because it's kind of in the mid between these two levels. So I'd rather just wait out until I buy. So that's one of the reasons why I think we might still have some momentum left to go to the downside, because this is where the area where most people will be buying. But maybe people will be front running it and we just bounce from, let's say, 54k even. Something like this could happen. But in the short term, I'm just not seeing the momentum to the downside. Right now, we do not have a new print on what the funds have done. So I cannot really comment on this, unfortunately, for this video while I'm making it. But all in all, we are in the bear zone, and I think more people will be agreeing on it. So I think what's going to happen is those people who get scared at these levels will be selling, and that's causing the sell pressure, as well as traders will be looking at these levels and they will be shorting these resistance lines, and that will cause the sell pressure to continue to the downside as well. And because we don't have new liquidity coming into the markets, or until we have new liquidity really come to the markets, I'm just not seeing a lot of pump yet. So basically the next 2 months we are in this kind of zone where we are consolidating, maybe finding a new bottom here, and then we are headed for the new highs. But if you just want to hold Bitcoin long term, this is an excellent area to actually just accumulate Bitcoin long term. Just forget about trading and just buy Bitcoin incrementally until we are headed for those new highs, because it's very, very hard to actually predict what is going to be the ultimate bottom. Even I'm just taking these basically on a daily basis or a weekly basis, looking at the charts and then flipping bullish or bearish based on what the indicators are telling me. But all in all, that's pretty much my update right now. So my win streak has ended. For 2 weeks, I've basically been right about these Bitcoin moves, and I was wrong about I didn't expect the price to break the support line yet, but it did. So my win streak has ended. Our right call streak has ended as of now. So let's see if we can start a new streak, or maybe we go into a losing streak. Let's see. Anyway, that's it for my update. For altcoins, they are just bleeding right now. So if you are trading altcoins, good luck on that. But there are a lot of altcoins that still have a lot of potential, so you might actually accumulate some of the interesting altcoins that have that are basically just making new lows right now, but fundamentally are pretty strong, like Matic that I've been talking about. Even though let me actually show you Matic. So Matic USD is just breaking to new lows here as well, which is a little bit sad because we haven't seen these prices since 2022 here. So we're basically headed to those levels right now. So this pump here that I was expected to happen did not happen either. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, but if you just accumulate, fundamentally it should be pretty strong. So I don't know. It's quite hard. It's quite hard. What we really want is new liquidity come to the markets, like high interruption from the FED and from the governments. But as of now, everybody's just focused on the elections. So I'm not expecting a lot of until something really breaks in the markets. I'm not expecting an intervention, which is one of the reasons why we expect lower lows as well. So sorry for rambling a little bit, but all in all, in the medium term, we are bearish. In the long term, eventually this will go back and we will have those nice pumps again. But this is basically my take as of now. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks and bye-bye.